Is the camera on? Camera's on? Now, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Kaukauna High School. It was a silent night there for a little bit because we had a little bit of an audio, but all joy to the world. We are back and ready to go with some Christmas Eve basketball action here on Zaleski Sports. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Logan Vandehide to my left. We are moments away from basketball action here on Zaleski Sports. Fox Valley Association between the visiting Oshkosh West Wildcats and the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. I was a little nervous. We were just talking about how I had all this time to get everything set up and ready to go, and a little malfunction setting it up on my end. And we had a little audio issue. Now we got to relax, settle on in, and let's dive on into this one here for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Well, let's start with the visiting Oshkosh West Wildcats. They come into this one boasting a 3-4 record. Both teams are 3-4 to start the season. 2-3 in the Fox Valley Association are these Oshkosh West Wildcats. They're coming off a loss against, they're coming off a win against Oak Creek in a non-conference matchup that was in Kettle Moraine. The last conference matchup they had is our next conference matchup between the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts and the Neenah Rockets. The Neenah Rockets took that one 64-41 in December 18th. For the stats on this Oshkosh West girls basketball team, 51 points per game, 32 rebounds, 11 assists. They're also getting 9 steals per game, so a team that's played some really tough defense. Shooting is at 36%, 23 from beyond the arc, and 64%. A very good free throw shooting team is this Oshkosh West Wildcat team. Leading scorer is number 11, Kinsley Nelson. She has 10 points per game, followed up by number 23, Ava Strasser, and number 14, Carmen Stoffaker. They both have 7 points per game. Rebounding has been led by Nelson and Stasser and Stoffaker, the same 1, 2, 3 for the rebounds. And leading assist giver is Miss Carmen Stoffaker with 2 assists per game. Now on to the Kaukauna Galloping Ghost side. They come into this one with a 3-4 record. They're 3-3 in the Fox Valley Association, and they also are coming off a victory that was in Appleton West on the 19th of December. 64-32 was the score of that game. Statistically, the team looks like this: 50 points per game, or 48 points per game, 31 rebounds, and 11 assists as well. Another team that really gets a lot of steals is this Kaukauna team, 9 steals per game. Shooting from the field is 34% with 27 beyond the arc. Very good three-point shooting team, getting better as the season goes along. And 60% from the charity stripe is this Kaukauna Galloping Ghost team. Not often do they have the deficit on the free throw shooting percentage side of things, but they do tonight as they're trailing behind only by 4%, but 2 very good free throw shooting teams. Leading scorer for the Galloping Ghosts, there's 3 girls averaging 9 points per game. Ava Reeder, Kira Plate, and Addison Banashinsky, all with 9 points per game. Rebounds, Kira Plate's been doing that, 7 rebounds per game, and assists is a tie between Misty Borchert and Ava Reeder with 2.8. Standings in the Fox Valley Association look like this coming into this one. 1/3 of the way through the season. 5-0, 2 teams on top of the conference, and that is Appleton East and the Neenah Rockets. Also have 1 loss in their regular season records. Kimberly has 1 loss. They're sitting at 5-1 in the conference, 7-2 overall. Then Appleton North, 3-2. We saw them last week against Kaukauna in a very good matchup. Kaukauna is next with 3-3 record, 3-4 in the overall. Hortonville 2-3, as well as Oshkosh West. Fond du Lac is 2-4, and then Appleton West and Appleton North round out the bottom with an 0-4 conference record. Santa on the PA tonight, as we're going to listen into PA announcements before the beginning of this one.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say doth that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Back here in Kaukauna, American Legion Post 41 presenting tonight's colors before this conference matchup between the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts and the Oshkosh West Wildcats. A good one here. Two teams right in the middle of the conference looking to get that one win to get them one step further. If Kaukauna can get the win here, they'll move to 4 wins in the conference, and depending on what Appleton North does and Hortonville below them, they can move into a tie for 4th place. If not, they'll be sticking steady at 5th place. And talking with Coach Hendrickson before the game, they have a trip. They're going the day after Christmas Christmas Day. They're going down to Florida. They're playing a tournament down in Florida starting on, I want to say they said Sunday, maybe Monday it was. They get 1 day of practice and they're right back into the competition schedule, and that'll be in Florida. They'll play teams from Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida from the likes of it. As the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts here are getting announced, we'll start with starting lineups from the Oshkosh West Wildcats. They'll have Fun story about this, I'm down on the court talking with a couple parents, and they said, this is last year's roster. And I'm like, that's not good. The athletic director from Oshkosh West sent the wrong roster. They sent last year's roster. So I have the updated roster, and here's the starting lineup. Number 3, Haley Marchant, Kinsley Nelson, Carmen Stoffaker, Ava Strasser, and Colleen Fitzpatrick, the starting 5 for coach Kiki Goss. And the Wildcats for Kaukauna, a little bit different lineup. They continue to massage this out, figure out what they want, figure out the lineup that's going to go good for them. Kira Plate will start at guard, Addison Benishinsky and Ava Reederer, as well as Misty Borchert and Casey Greenthal. That is the starting 5 for Coach Hendrickson and the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Wildcats in black jerseys with white piping, and Kaukauna in the all-white with orange, black numbers for Kaukauna, white numbers for West, and the tip-off will go Oshkosh West way. I think Misty Borchert was a little shocked at that one. The toss-up went very much in the Oshkosh West favor, but we're underway here. Merry Christmas Eve to all of you. Glad to have you watching tonight on Zaleski Sports. A beautiful night to be watching some Fox Valley Association before your holiday madness begins, if it hasn't already. Good starting possession here for the Wildcats. Down low, fouled and one. Going to the line will be Colleen Fitzpatrick. Finishing that one. And the foul starts out on Addison Benishinsky, her first personal. And that's something we watched with this Kaukauna team. They did very well. Oh, and they did not count the basket. So excuse me there. I thought for sure they were counting the basket. They did not give her progression, and it turns out to be a zero-sum loss for the Galloping Ghost. Misty Borchert drives down low, can't get the layup, and out of bounds. Trying to save it was number 11, Kinsley Nelson. Just the toe hitting the line, though, and possession stays with the Ghost. So the foul's on Benishinsky, her first team, not in the act of shooting. And the inbound gets down to Kira Plate, gets it off the glass, no, rebound, Addison Benishinsky, big-time rebound there. And the offense will reset here. See how this Kaukauna team, they've been prepping a little bit for, oh, nice find down low. Borchert down low, fouled, and she'll be going to the line. Great find by Benishinsky. And we'll have free throws here. Foul's on number 24. That's Colleen Fitzpatrick, her first personal. First team foul on the Oshkosh West Wildcats. Borchert's first shot misses. Misty Borchert, 6 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. 0 for 2 from the line, but a second chance here for the Ghosts. Kira Plate with the rebound, and we'll have a jump ball, and a possession will stay with the Ghosts. Something we seen last week, too. We don't get to see these games continuously. We're doing only the home games here in Kaukauna. But seeing this Kaukauna girls team improve every week, and there's an unforced error, turnover here. But this team is getting better, and one of the first things we noticed when they played Kimberly, obviously Kimberly is a very good team, one of the top teams in the Fox Valley Association, but they out-rebound Kaukauna, and you really haven't seen that happen. Kaukana's been more competitive in the rebounding department. Full court pressure here by the Ghosts. They're trying to break it west. They will just get it across, and here comes the Wildcats. Setting up the offense, swinging it around. That is Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick down to a turnover. Taken away, trying to get it to number 23, Strasser, and a taken away once again by Stroffaker, and a foul called in the front court. A little willy-nilly there, craziness. And they're going to be a foul on 11. So now you have 2 of the leading scorers, Ava Reeder and Addison Benishinsky, with fouls, 2 team fouls for the Ghosts. And that was very close to almost being backcourt, but they'll get it across, and here come the Wildcats. Still no score in this one, 16, 20 and counting, and a turnover once again. Eventually the offense for one of these teams will start the scoring, and then the points will come. Ava Reeder will bring it across. 3 Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts, Plate, Reeder, and Benishinsky, 9 points per game. There's a 3-ball, though, from the near side. Misses. First 3-ball attempt of the night. And rebound. Here come the Wildcats, bringing it up. Swing it to the near side. Down low is number 24, Fitzpatrick. Kicks it out. Top of the key. 3-ball. Drains it. First 3-ball of the night. Kinsley Nelson, and the points have started. Beneshinsky looking for an answer. Down low to Borchert. Loses the handle. Kicks it out to Reeder. Reeder to Beneshinsky. Beneshinsky 3-ball, and she'll find the bottom of the net good. Dueling 3-pointers in this one. 3-3 your score, 15-28 and counting. Nelson swings it over to Stroffaker. Stroffaker to Fitzpatrick, back to Stroffaker. Setting up this defense, or the offense, against this Kaukauna defense. Beneshinsky at the top of the key. It looks like we're in a zone. Maybe, yep. Back out to the top, and West very patient with their offense here. Fitzpatrick, free throw line floater, no, a little too strong. Rebound, tipped, brought back in by the Wildcats. Second chance here. Nelson passes it. Fitzpatrick, try it again, and good. 3-pointer Fitzpatrick. Back and forth we go. Ava Reeder will bring it across. Greenthal to Beneshinsky to plate. Plate guarded by number 14, Stroffaker. Down low to Beneshinsky. Great find and Misty Borchert. And answer for Kaukauna. Very good find by Addison Beneshinsky, one of the top assist givers on this Kaukauna team, as well as one of the senior leaders. Top of the key, 3-ball, no, a little too much. Ava Reeder with the rebound, and here she comes. Pushing up, she'll have Nelson guarding her. 11 on 11, coast to coast, turned away by Nelson. Big time block by Nelson, and she has the ball going the other way. Splits the defense, up off the glass, and good. Kinsley Nelson. What a possession and a half there for Nelson. A block, gets the pass coast to coast. And now Oshkosh West with another turnover looking to extend this lead. It's a 5-8 lead right now for the Wildcats. 3-ball for number 3. No, long rebound will be brought in by Addison Beneshinsky. She'll push ahead. Drug her pivot foot, and that's a travel. And we'll have some subs coming in. 4, 2, and 5. Johnson, Bellin, and Williamson for the Oshkosh West Wildcats. Beneshinsky will check out for number 4, Lensmeyer. For the Galloping Ghosts. So new offense, new players. See how this fits into the offense for both Oshkosh West and Kaukauna. With the ball now is Williamson. She'll give it off to the top of the key. 3-ball is short, airballed, might have been tipped. And a foul going to be called on Lensmeyer, I believe. She crashed in a little hard and got the arm. Is that who they got? And it is. Aubrey Lensmeyer, the junior's first. 13 foul on the Ghosts. Reeder will check out, and Gross will check in. 21 will check in. That's Sammy Pansky for the Wildcats. Both teams. Nelson 3-ball off the inbound is a little too strong. Rebound, though, by her own teammate. That is Pansky. Down low, Pansky kicks out, mid-range, pump fake, no, and resetting the offense to the top. And a pass into the corner is out of bounds, and a turnover. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit classes made possible by Fox Valley Technical College. These college-level classes that high school students take for free save on average of more than $600 per student. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical. For more information, our friends from Fox Valley Tech. All of our friends would thank all our sponsors. We thank you, listeners. Merry Christmas. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do these great broadcasts. So thank you. And this holiday season is about remembering those you're grateful for. We're grateful for all of you. 3-ball Kira Plate. She is grateful for that. And tied back up at 8 apiece here at the 12:30 mark. Will Oshkosh West now be able to answer? They only starter on the court for them is Nelson right now. Both teams have been very good about their subbing, and that ball is, I don't think intentionally thrown off of Lensmeyer, but it is, and it's going to roll out of bounds once again, and it's going to give me a chance to do another read because nobody's going to the ball. And folks, if you're in the Marshfield area, go see the largest holiday light display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at the Wildwood Park in Marshfield. Open every night 5 to 9, now through New Year's Eve. You still have some time. Admission is free with a suggested donation of a non-perishable food item or cash. The biggest food drive, one of the biggest food drives in central Wisconsin, as this ball is out of bounds through the hands of number 5, Kelsey Williamson. And one of the biggest food drives in central Wisconsin. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com, the Marshfield Light Show at Wildwood Park. If you're in the area, it's worth the see. That pass is a little too high, and that's going to be off of Lensmeyer's hand and out of bounds. So far, a messy start for both teams. Neither offense really been able to set in and get a long streak of quality possessions here. Good ball handling skills by Bellin. She'll hand it off. Williamson to Pansky. 3-ball. Hits the bottom of the net. Good. Sammy Pansky with her first points of the night. There's a lot of three-pointers being hit here on Christmas Eve. Reeder. Hands off. That is now Greenthal. Or excuse me, that's Hall. Down low to Kira. Plate off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Ooh, and now it's going to be out of bounds off of plate. Some subs coming in here. 14 and 23. Strasser and Strofaker back in. 2 starters for the Oshkosh West Wildcats. Nelson will get her first break of the game. And Megan Hall is now 24. I have to remember that. She's no longer number 3. She's 24. So here we go. Strofaker with the ball. Kick around. Down low. Great find to Pansky. Fadeaway hook shot is good. Great find by number 23, Strasser. And the lead back up to 5. 13-8. The Wildcats in the lead in this one here. Hall tries to get it to Ava Reeder. Pass deflected. Lensmeyer gets it. Double team. Kicks out the plate. And the offense will reset. Spinning all the way near side. Gross 3-ball off the back iron. Rebound Lensmeyer. And stripped, but a foul. Number 4, Maddie Bellin will get her first personal. Second team foul. Her and Colleen Fitzpatrick, the only 2 Wildcats with foul. Kira Plate will check out. Addison Benishinsky back in. So Benishinsky, Lensmeyer, Hall, Gross, and Reeder on the court for the Galloping Ghosts. Lensmeyer off the glass, wanted the pass, didn't get it, and there's a foul going to be called here on Johnson. Going over the back of Addison Benishinsky. It is on number 2, Maya Johnson. First personal for her, 13 foul. Both teams now with 3 fouls. Reeder with the ball. Splits the defense, tries a pass to the corner to Lensmeyer and denied. Tried to get it through 2 Wildcat defenders, and they take it away. And here comes the possession for the Oshkosh West Wildcats. Pansky to Bellin, to Johnson, 3-ball, no. Reeder is going to be there in possession to get a rebound, and it goes out of bounds. And they're going to call out on Kaukauna, and it definitely looked like it was tipped by Oshkosh West, and we are going to get some subs in here. 24 back in, Colleen Fitzpatrick, as well as number 3, Haley Marchant. And I believe all the starters except 1, Nelson, are back on the court for the West Wildcats. Fitzpatrick, she has 3. Johnson gets past Benishinsky, finds a pass. Down low, they get it to Bellin off the glass. No rebound. Excuse me, that's Marchant. Rebound, here comes Kaukauna. Pushing ahead. Gross, another chance at a 3-ball. Off the back iron, a little long. Rebound pulled in by Strofaker. Strofaker will bring it across. 3 13-8, still 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Marchant, a slow bounce pass, almost taken away, and Lensmeyer there with a block, and passing it off was number 14, Strawfaker. And a foul, no, a travel call down low on Johnson. In will check number 22 for Kaukauna. That's Lucille Heller. She'll give Gross a break. Part of that game management, too, you got to think for Coach Hendrickson is going to be this travel date. Obviously, conference schedule matters way more than a non-conference out-of-state tournament does. But now you got to factor in traveling for these girls. Corner 3 ball, Lensmeyer can't get it. Hard off the backboard, rebound Johnson. So you're going to maybe see a few more subs than you're used to seeing for Kaukauna as they're preparing for this holiday tournament coming up. Foul here down low. Going to get a reach on Lensmeyer. That'll be her second foul. Her first, excuse me. Shooting 2 and hitting on the first is Marchant, her first basket. First point of the night. Borkert back in for Kaukauna. Aubrey Lensmeyer out. Second shot up and good. 2 for 2 from the stripe from Haley Marchant. 15-8 lead right now. 7-point lead for the West Wildcats. Kaukauna's shooting has gone cold. Heller, Marchant to Reeder. Hall, and a lot of contact there. Reeder has to pick up her dribble now. Gets it to Addison Banashinsky, pass through her hands, and a turnover. Here comes West. Strawfaker kicks all the way into the corner. They go to Nelson. Top of the key pass, taken away by Heller. Heller's going to go coast to coast, and off the glass and good. Lucille Heller with her first basket of the night. Great defense leads to a great chance at a basket. Beating the defense back and getting an open layup for Heller. Fitzpatrick shuffled the feet and a travel call here. Just like that, momentum starting to shift here for Kaukauna. Checking in now is Maya Johnson back in for number 14. 14, Strawfaker, who goes to the athletic trainer. We'll see what is going on there. Potentially a tape, looks like he gave her scissors. Down low, Hall. Layup off the glass, no. Banashinsky fighting for the rebound. Johnson will come away with it for Oshkosh West, and it does look like that was the issue for Strawfaker. She's taking off a tape job. Maybe going to get retaped and looks that way. One of the starters going to be out for a little bit for Oshkosh West. Down low, kicking out. Johnson, step back, 3-ball. Little long, rebound down low. Can't get it to fall. Fight for it. Taken away by Addison Banashinsky, who steps out of bounds, though, in the process. Addison Banashinsky, great fight for that rebound. A little too close to the line, though, and stepped out of bounds. Here we go. West with the 5-point lead. Top of the key, they go to Nelson. Oh, what a move, Nelson. Can't get it to fall, though. Great move to get down low. Johnson's going to get a travel there. Took a step back and then proceeded to go. Not happy with the call as Johnson. And timeout taken by Kaukauna. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching Kaukauna girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Back here in Kaukauna, the score 15-10. Both teams really slow out of the gates, and then it was a bunch of baskets for Oshkosh West. They've extended their lead out to, it was 8 at one point, but now back to a 5-point lead. Kaukauna fighting in this one to keep into this one with the Wildcats. Two teams in the middle of the Fox Valley Association standings fighting it out here on a Tuesday night for basketball. And Banashinsky gets fouled as she goes up for shots. Fouls on number 3, Marchant, her first personal, 4th team foul on the Wildcats. Now send senior Addison Banashinsky to the line. First one good. It's kind of funny. You can almost identify, all the players just about for Oshkosh West by their shoe color, all with brightly colored, different colored shoes. You got green, purple, gray with orange, hot pink, and gray with blue on the court for the Oshkosh West Wildcats. Fitzpatrick, Strasser, Johnson, Nelson, and Marchant on the court. Pass deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Addison Banashinsky. Cutting off that pass lane, trying to get it to Marchant. She'll inbound it now. Sub coming in is Kira Plate. She'll spell out Misty Borchert. Must be all the rage this year, because I've noticed that even in the boys' game, there's a lot of brightly colored basketball shoes for these athletes. Fitzpatrick, Nelson. Nelson in the purple. Down low to Johnson in the hot pink shoes. All the way back to Nelson near side. Marchant trying to find something down low, swinging the ball on the outside of West. Faking left, driving down inside, and good. Hard off the backboard is Ava Strasser. Her first basket of the night. 17-12, 5-point lead once again. Greenthal, Hall, Banashinsky, Plate, and Heller on the court. Pass out of bounds and a turnover. Ava Reeder will check in. 11 for 1, Addison Banashinsky checking out. 5:22 left here in this first half. Quick first half of basketball here in Kaukauna. Fitzpatrick to Nelson, far side corner. 3 is good. 8 points for Kinsley Nelson in this one. 2 3 balls. And she's hitting her shots here tonight. Pass there almost taken away by Nelson. Chance here with numbers for Kaukauna. Reeder getting back is Nelson. She'll be on Heller now. Heller gives it off to Plate. Kira Plate down low through traffic and rattles it home. Kira Plate now with 5 points for the Galloping Ghosts. A 6-point lead, 20-14. All the way near side. Fitzpatrick tries a 3-ball, no. Long rebound, Nelson is there. Nelson and Johnson both were there for the Wildcats. Nelson has it. The collision with Kaukauna players. There's going to be a takeaway. Plate is down on the court, and we're going to get a stoppage here. And Kira Plate is slow to get up. So we're going to get Kira Plate coming off. Foul's going to be on 2. That is Maya Johnson's second foul, 5th team. And Kira Plate, one of the leading scorers for the Galloping Ghosts, took a hard collision with one of her own players, trying to get that rebound. And she's on the end of the bench now getting looked at. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Kira Plate has been one of the big scorers this whole season. She hasn't had, it seemed like a lot of points in this one. She has 5. Down low to Hall. Hall gets the basket. What a find and what an answer basket there for Megan Hall. The 6-footer gets her first basket. And the lead swindles down to 4. Down low, Johnson. Good find there by number 5, Williamson to Johnson. And just like that, West answers back. A very, very efficient offense when they can be. And there's a little inefficiency by Gross as Reeder cut. And she was not ready for that pass. Borchert will check in. Hall will check out. Bellin on the court, as well as Pansky, Strasser, Strawfaker, excuse me, and Williamson. Johnson as well. She has the ball. She's guarded by Heller, swinging it all the way around. Pansky now. Sammy Pansky finds Johnson. Johnson thought about a three, swinging around to Williamson. Williamson, dribble handoff, a lot of collision there. Physical defense by Kaukauna. That is by nature. They are a physical team. Johnson, dribble handoff once again. Kaukauna really denying down low, playing great defense. Taken away there, a steal by Carly Gross. Great defense there by the Galloping Ghost. Can they get points on this possession? Heller in the corner. Pump fakes a three. Dribbles to the top of the key and resets the offense. Pressure there by Strawfaker. Resetting it out to Greenthal. Greenthal to Gross. Pass there, trying to get it down low, and a foul. That's going to be the third on Johnson. She tried to jump that pass. She made contact. Her third foul, 6th team. Nelson will check in for her. As well as Megan Hall. She will be checking in for Greenthal. Getting back in on size, and they find the size right away. The 6-footer off the inbound pass is good. 4 points for Megan Hall. 18-22, a 4-point game. Kaukauna's been hanging around there. They're trying to just get that down to a one-possession game. Great defense, grabbed by Megan Hall and forcing a jump ball on Williamson. Big defensive play there for Kaukauna. Possession arrow will be with Oshkosh West, though. 2:17 left here in the first half. Pansky to Nelson. Nelson to Bellin. Down low, Strawfaker's pass denied. Megan Hall there once again on defense. Reeder down low to Borchert. Tie up. Borchert pulls the ball out and they'll reset the offense. Reeder tries a three ball and that's offline. Air balls it out of bounds. Kira played, still not checking back in. She's standing up on the sidelines. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Pansky now. Three ball. Hits another one. Sammy Pansky. She has 8 points. Or excuse me, she has 8 points. Yes, 8 points for Pansky. 2 3-pointers. Down low pass to Borchert. Turned away. Brought in by Williamson. And right now the Galloping Ghosts have to find an answer. Nelson with the three ball is a little too long. Rebound Gross, and here comes Reeder. And timeout taken. It is a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching Kaukauna Girls Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with Better Halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Back here in Kaukauna, timeout taken by Coach Hendrickson. His second. 3 timeouts left for him, 5 on the guest side for Oshkosh West. Girls will get the inbound from Banashinsky. Megan Hall, pass to Reeder, drives past Nelson and tries to find Borchert down the baseline, but it's a little too far out of bounds. Possession to West. A lot of empty possession so far for the Ghost. That's been a big impact in this game. Nelson now with the ball. She'll drive inside to the paint. Off the glass, a lot of contact. Falls to the floor, try to get a call. No call, loose ball still. Fight for it, tie up. It is a jump ball. Possession arrow will go with the Galloping Ghosts. Kira Plate still on the bench. Sitting down next to the coaches. We'll have to keep an eye if she gets back into this one. It'll be a big loss for the Galloping Ghosts, one of their leading scorers, and a turnover here. Sammy Pansky's had herself a great first half. Their pass tries got denied twice. Eventually goes out of bounds. Great possession there on defense by Pansky. Just couldn't get an open Wildcat. Possession for the Ghosts here. And another turnover. Nope, this will go out of bounds. Saved by Bellin, but is out of bounds. Greenthal will check in for Gross. Right now, Kaukauna is kind of missing their identity on offense. A lot of empty possessions for the Ghosts. Gets it to Reeder. Bullet pass down low to Borchard. Down low to Hall. Give and go. Good basket by Hall. Hall has 6. And the lead back to 5. 10 seconds now. Nelson. Sammy Pansky. 3 ball. Off the front of the rim. Long rebound. Nelson. 3 seconds. Pansky one more try. A little too far on that one. Airballs it, and the score 25-20. We'll step aside for a few commercial breaks. Be back with the halftime report. You're watching Kaukauna Girls Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, it's Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player. Abbey Bank is helping provide local families in need with a meal this holiday season, and you can double your impact. Abbey Bank will match all monetary donations for a total of $1,000 made through Abbey Bank in Appleton by Friday, December 12th. All donations will go to the St. Joseph Food Program in Menasha. For more information, visit abbeybank.com. Happy holidays from all of us. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com
Here in Kaukauna. Minute 10 left on the warm-up clock here. We're moments away from second half action. 25-20. 25-20 the score for this one here. The West Wildcats leading this one. J-Town, Justin Krzyzewski, Logan Vandehei, my student helper up here in the rafters in Kaukauna. And Logan, I talked with Santa pregame. He's doing PA here tonight. Great job by Santa. You'd think that beard would get in the way of the mic, but he's doing a great job at it. He said you're on the nice list, so you're welcome for that. I made sure you're on the nice list. I'll give you another shout-out doing your great food drive, helping us out. And then you missed out on your medal ceremony, which still awesome. You got that, but wish you could have been there for that. Glad you were part of the game last week, but you are definitely on the good list, the nice list. This one is shaping up to be a game that ends up on the nice list. 5-point game. Neither team, Oshkosh West has pulled out to an 8-point lead twice. The Kaukauna's held tough, and they've really been within 5 points for majority of the first half. Leading scorers for the Oshkosh West Wildcats, Kinsley Nelson has 7, as well as Sammy Pansky. She's played some very quality minutes off the bench, and you're going to probably see some more of that as Maya Johnson has 3 fouls. 2 points for Johnson, 2 points for Marchand, 3 points for Fitzpatrick, and 2 points for Ava Strasser. For Kaukauna, Kira Plate with 5, Addison Beneshinsky 4, Megan Hall 6, and Misty Borchert has 2, as well as Lucille Heller has 2 points. Aubrey Lensmeyer also has 2. And a foul call, a moving screen set on Oshkosh West. That's 23. Ava Strasser, that hits her first personal. First team foul, and here will come chance for the Ghosts. Let's see, I do not see Kira Plate back on the court. She was doing some warm-ups on the side, so that's a promising sign. Beneshinsky tries to go through a traffic and get a foul called. No foul, misses the layup, and here comes Nelson. Swinging it around West, leading by 5. Stoffaker to Nelson. Gets a screen set, trapped in the corner now. Resets, Fitzpatrick floater. A little too hard, rebound brought down by Oshkosh West. Poke out though, it loses all on the court. Diving for it is Kaukauna, but Nelson with it and resets possession there, and that's a travel. Step back, bounce back, and then didn't take the shot. Traveling violation there. Long possession there for Oshkosh West. Turns out to be no points. Kind of how the first half started, a long scoreless streak. So Reeder, Beneshinsky, Borchert, Lensmeyer, and Greenthal, the players on the court for the Galloping Ghosts. So Lensmeyer in for Kira Plate. We'll see if Plate can get back into this one. One of the leading scorers. She has 5 in the first half. Banged up in a collision with one of her own players. Down low, Beneshinsky will drive a foul, and it's an offensive foul called. Great screen set there by number 20, Ava Strasser. She gets the foul, draws the charge. Beneshinsky's second foul. First team foul here in the second half for the Ghosts. It's twice now Beneshinsky's tried those long, reach around hook shots around a defender while getting contact, and this one was an offensive foul. Great positioning by Strasser to get that call. And good job, Misty Borchert grabbed the ball and gets a jump ball. Timed that dribble just perfectly, Haley Marchand. And quick to grab it, and that was actually pretty remarkable that Borchert didn't contact Marchand at all. No contact, no foul. Pass, I think, slipped out of Borchert's hand. Will eventually get to Greenthal. She'll get it down low. A little give and go. Greenthal floater a little short off the front iron. And Nelson saves it. And it picked up on the line, though. Lensmeyer could have let it go. So close to letting that go out of bounds. Hendrickson said if she's touching it and it's out of bounds, how is it not out of bounds? It's kind of a good argument to have. But possession goes to Oshkosh West. 25-20, still the score here in the first few minutes of the second half. Round we go. Nelson to the corner, 3-ball banged home by Haley Marchant. She has 5. The other way, here comes Kaukauna, deep 3. Greenthal chased down. Banashinsky saves it as it goes into the crowd, and she throws it out of bounds though on her save attempt. So here's your first basket, the second half. A 3-ball hit by Haley Marchant. The lead back to 8. Kira Plate looking to check back in. That's a big sign if you're Kaukauna. Nelson dribbling with the right hand. Back behind the arc, swings it around to the far side. Marchant, Stoffaker, pump fake, air balls the mid-range. Dive for it on the court, and a jump ball called. Addison Banashinsky has been diving on the court, leaving it all on the court here. And here we go. Kira Plate back on the court. Lensmeyer will check out the original starting 5 back on the court for Kaukauna. Inbound, top of the key. Stoffaker kick to the corner, 3-ball. Marchant can't rattle it home. Rebound put back in though by Nelson. 9 points on the evening for Nelson. Borchert down low. Quick move in this offense. Kira Plate now goes up through contact. Ball taken away. And Coach Goss says slow things down. 10-point lead, the first double-digit lead of the night for either team. 14:30 left here. Timeout taken by Goss. Full timeout taken, it looked like. We'll step aside for full timeout. You're watching Kaukauna girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Mega Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at MedaCustom.com.
Back here in Kaukauna coming out of the timeout. Nelson with the 3-ball. Can't get it to fall. Kira Plate fighting for the rebound, and that's going to be out of bounds. Off of number 14, Cameron Stoffaker, I should say. 10-point lead now. First double-digit lead by either team. And Oshkosh West, they've been trying to get to that 10-point lead for a while and finally getting into it now. Pass down low, taken away, coast to coast. Good, made by Ava Strasser. 12-point lead. The Ghosts need an answer. Reeder drives, kicks out Banashinsky. Kicks out to Plate. Kira Plate tries a 3-ball, drains it. That's a big-time basket for Kira Plate. First basket since her injury, and she has 8 now for the Galloping Ghosts. Cut it back down to a single-digit lead. 9-point lead, 32-23. Stoffaker. Near side, that's Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Nelson. Nelson to the corner to Marchant. Back to Fitzpatrick. She's been quiet since her start. She started with the first 3 points of the game. Patient offense by Oshkosh West with a 9-point lead. No need to rush a bad shot here. Fitzpatrick into the corner. They go to Nelson. Guarded tightly by Banashinsky. And Banashinsky's going to get called for a foul. That'll be 3 on Banashinsky. First real Galloping Ghost in foul trouble now. 13:09 left. Greenthal will check in for her. Greenthal Hall Lensmeyer, Kira Plate, and Ava Reeder on the court for the Galloping Ghosts. 3-ball, Stoffaker can't get it to fall, hits the front side of the rim and rolls out. Lensmeyer pushes the other way. Greenthal to the top of the key to Reeder. Talking with Coach Hendrickson before the game as well, and we talk about this through a lot of the season with Kaukauna. Still a young team, building that culture, building that team, and there's a move by Kira Plate, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Talking about the youth of this team and how they get better after every game. Fouls on 11, that's Nelson's first personal, second team, and that'll put Kira Plate to the line. One of the leading scorers for the Galloping Ghosts. First one good. We're talking about this youth of this team. Only have 3 seniors on this team. Seeing a lot of action from juniors and sophomores really on this team. And they're building that culture. And you got to start with your building blocks some way. 2 for 2 from the stripe is Kira Plate. 10 points now? Is that 10 points for Kira Plate? Double digits. First double-digit Ghost in this one. Back to a 7-point lead. Maya Johnson back in for Oshkosh West. She's one of the players in foul trouble. Pansky tries a 3-ball. She's been a shooter. Can't get this one to fall. Ava Reeder with the rebound. She'll push it the other way. Splits the defense on a pass, but they're going to call a kickball on Johnson. And Coach was saying how he's really impressed on the improvement he's seen not only from this high school team, but he's seen it in the youth teams. He's a middle school teacher here at Kaukauna School District. Borchert gets the inbound. But you're talking about he's seeing these youth parents and kids buy in. 6:30 practices in the morning. Ball goes out of bounds. At 6:30 in the morning, these parents are driving their kids into school. He jokingly said 5th to 8th graders don't necessarily have driver's license. They shouldn't have driver's license. But so the parents are buying into the program. You're starting to see this building blocks get set for Kaukauna. And you're seeing that also on this high school level. Last week's game against Appleton North, the team that's directly above Kaukauna in the Fox Valley Association standings, they played them extremely well. It was a good game. I think the point differential was still a 10-point or close to a 10-point win for Appleton North, but it was not like a blowout. Fitzpatrick, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound, Ava Reeder. Pulls it, and here comes Lucia Heller. But you're seeing this Kaukauna team start to take form as we're a third of the way through the season. Going to see a little bit of a different look as you go on this holiday tournament you're going to, but that's to be expected. You're not going to see the same look every time. What a fine down low to Misty Borchert. Second basket of the night for Borchert. Lead back to 5, 27-32. Hanging tough for the Ghosts. But you liked what you're seeing if you're a Kaukauna fan. And a foul down low. Borchert caught reaching for the ball. Borchert's first personal, third team. That's going to send Ava Strasser to the line. The green basketball shoes. Hits her first. 5 points on the evening. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit classes made possible by Fox Valley Technical College. These college-level classes that high school students take for free save on average more than $600 per student. Second one rattles home. More than $600 per student. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical to learn more from our friends at Fox Valley Technical College. Down low, Borchert once again, layup a little too strong, ball deflected out of bounds. And this one's going to go for a roll. Do I have time? We're going to try it. If you're in the Marshfield area, visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday light display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open every night, 5 to 9, starting now through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of a non-perishable food item or cash. Basket good by Ava Reeder. There's her first basket of the night. Learn more about the biggest food drive in central Wisconsin at visitmarshfield.com. Marshfield Light Show from Thanksgiving through New Year's Eve. 2 million lights. That's a lot of lights, Logan. Believe me. 29-34, 5-point lead for the West Wildcats. Traveling here to Kaukauna on the Christmas Eve, and almost a mistake there. Johnson cut as Nelson was making a pass. Nelson's going to try a 3-ball off the back iron, rebound, tipped, and brought in by Sammy Pansky. Give and go to Bellin. Bellin to Nelson. Nelson picks up their dribble, kicks back out to Bellin. She'll be guarded by Heller. Long possession here. Second chance opportunity for the Wildcats. Bellin top of the key, fakes right, goes left. Now cuts back to the right, kicks to Sammy Pansky. Pansky pumps, gives to Maya Johnson. Back on the court, she has 3 fouls. Pansky with another good move down low, fouled, and she'll be going to the line. Foul is going to be on Kaukauna. Number 22, Lucille Heller. First personal, 4th team foul. 2 shots up and coming for Pansky. She had a big first half with 7, missing on her first. 3 players will come in for Kaukauna. Gross, Hall, and Lensmeyer. Plate, Luke Heller and Borchert check out. On the other side for West, 23 will check out Strasser. And I think Williamson checks in for her. 9:30 here in the second half. 6-point lead. 3-ball, Gross can't get it to fall. She's had a couple looks at it and misses on this one. And here come West trying to extend this lead. A 6-point lead, 35-29. Pansky at the top of the key, swings it to Williamson. Little handoff now to Bellin. Nelson guarded by Borchert's still on the court. I must have had the wrong number checking out. Borchert's still on the court for Kaukauna. Williamson to Nelson. Nelson drives baseline, finds Johnson, bobbles the ball. Loose ball, Pansky holds on to it. Johnson tries a 3-ball, can't get it to fall, tipped. Long rebound, deflected out of bounds off of Bellin. Banashinsky will check in. And really, if you're talking in the story of this game, it really has been, the shots have not been falling for Kaukauna. We've seen Gross, I think she has 3 attempted threes, and they've been close, wide open threes, good looks, just haven't been able to get them to fall. You've seen a lot of baskets fall for Oshkosh West, getting their shots to fall when they have the opportunity to. It's the name of the game. Give and go game here for Lensmeyer off the glass, tie up, and a foul going to be called on Misty Borchert. That'll be Borchert's 2nd, 5th team foul now for the Ghosts. Coach Hendrickson will discuss it with the official. 35-29, Kaukauna in desperate need of a streak here, a run of points. West has been able to hold on to this lead for longer than what we've seen. They'll give and go to Johnson. Johnson misses the layup. Ball deflected around, eventually brought in by Megan Hall. The 6-footer gives it to Gross, and here comes Kaukauna. Pushing to the near side, Lensmeyer saves it, and good attempt by Nelson to try to steal that one. Lensmeyer to Banashinsky. And a foul called here. 21, Pansky, that'll be her first. 3rd team foul, good job staying out of foul trouble is Oshkosh West here in the second half. 7:52 and counting here. Johnson will check out. Inbound to Banashinsky. Drives through contact, and she'll be going to the line to shoot 2. Foul will be on 14, Stoffacre. Her first personal, 4th team foul. Addison Banashinsky to the line, averaging 9 points. Misses her first from the charity stripe. She has 4 here this evening. Another one of the players with the brightly colored shoes. She has another set of hot pink Second one good from Banashinsky. 5 points on the evening for Addison Banashinsky. Hot pink. She's a very tough physical defender. She's been one of the leaders, one of the 3 seniors on this Kaukauna team. Nelson, guarded by Borchert, pass deflected by Hall, down low to Williamson, gets it, can't get the layup to fall, and Lensmeyer is going to be out of bounds, and a lot of contact. Kind of surprised no call there. Not really allowing her to have any room to dribble out. Reeder will check in, as well as Kira Plate. You can tell Plate's still a little hobbled, slowly running on the court a little bit there. Now you got your big 3 in there if you're Kaukauna. Pansky will get the inbound. She's guarded by Reeder, trying to break this zone defense by Kaukauna. Great defense by Lensmeyer, pokes the ball. Turnover, Banashinsky down low. Reverse layup, can't get it to fall, and rebound goes to Bellin. Great effort there by Kaukauna's defense. And just couldn't finish on a tough shot was Banashinsky. Great job by Oshkosh West to get back. Lensmeyer still playing tough defense on Stoffaker. Nelson catch and shoot. Can't get it to fall. Ball is poked. That's going to be, ooh. And that's going to be off Kaukauna, they said. And that one is, I'd be shocked if this one doesn't get reversed because, yeah, and that's going to be reversed. I was going to say Lensmeyer had her hands on the ball, and then you seen an Oshkosh West defender reach for it and clearly push that ball out of her hand. And they will make the correct call. That's why you have 3 of them. 35-30, back to a 5-point game. Kaukauna trailing in this one. Reeder will bring it across Hall. Passes it to Lensmeyer. Tough defense now shown by the West Wildcats. Down low, Megan Hall is good off the glass. She has 8 in this one. She's played a big impact down low in the paint. The 6-footer doing her job, getting the catch and go. 3-ball Bellin off the back iron, rebound tipped out, and she'll get a second chance. Kick over to Stoffaker, trying to get it down low to Strasser. She goes right-handed off the glass and good. 30-second timeout taken by Oshkosh West. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching Kaukauna Girls Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Back here in Kaukauna, the score 37-32. Kaukauna still hanging in this one. It's been that 5-point lead for, seems like, this entirety of this game. Couple times, Oshkosh West has extended it to 8. They had 1 point, a 10-point lead. Still back down to a 5-point lead, and that give and go to Megan Hall is off her hands and out of bounds. That's been working for the Ghosts. Ava Reeder's pass a little too hot for Hall to handle. And a turnover. We're at 6-minute mark now. 6 minutes here in the second half for your Christmas festivities. And a foul going to be called on Reeder for a reach. Now you got to be careful. Second on Reeder, 6th team foul. Team fouls stacking up for the Galloping Ghosts. Stoffaker to Nelson. Nelson going right, baseline, kick to the corner, deep 2 for Marchant, rattles around and be tipped, and it's going to go into the backcourt, and they're not going to call over the back. That was tipped by Oshkosh West, no call. 3-ball, can't get it to fall, and rebound Ava Reeder. That's one of them situations where they say ball doesn't lie. Possession goes, and then we have a timeout taken by Kaukauna. And a technical foul actually called on Coach Hendrickson. So that's definitely stemming off of that backcourt violation that wasn't called And now things get interesting. They're going to send a player to the line. Looks like number 14, Cameron Stoffaker, to shoot the technical fouls, or technical shots. She'll hit her first. That's Stoffaker's first basket of the night, or first points of the night. Coach Hendrickson giving 2 points to Oshkosh West here and possession. Hendrickson, I think, had an argument there. That ball was clearly deflected in the backcourt by Oshkosh West. That's twice now they've missed that call where it's been deflected by an Oshkosh West player. And he let them hear about it a little too much. First technical we've seen this year for any of our broadcasts. And the lead, 39-32, with 5 minutes left. Kaukauna needs to start getting their shots to fall and getting some stops on defense. We'll see it once again, another long possession here. Johnson gives it off into the corner. Marchant, Fitzpatrick, Stoffaker, back to Johnson. Johnson playing some quality bench minutes, had some time on the bench after her 3 fouls in the first half, but she's played some quality minutes for West. Tough defense here, and how is that not out of bounds? Up and good. Basket by Ava Strasser. 10 points for Strasser. Down low to plate, and that's a foul call down low. Strasser's second, 15 foul on Oshkosh West. 9-point lead. Kaukauna needs some points here. Get to Addison Banashinsky. She'll get it. And reset the offense. Ava Reeder wants it, gets it. Shot misses. Kira plate down low. And she looked like she had possession. They're going to call a jump. Possession will stay with Kaukauna. Stick around after the game. We'll have the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Still a lot of basketball left, but an interview with winning coach and player of the game, sending it into the holiday season. Still 4 minutes in this one. Lensmeyer, plate, Banashinsky, Reeder, and Borchert. Lensmeyer doing some work down low. Can't get the shot to fall. Fight for it. Loose ball. Oshkosh West has it, and they'll keep the possession out of a trap. And here comes Stoffaker. They're 41-32, a 9-point lead. And a foul called up top on Kira Plate. He plates first. 6th-team foul, 7th-team foul on the Ghost, and that'll put Stoffaker on the line. 1-and-1 opportunity here. Greenthal and Hall check in for Kaukauna. Lensmeyer and Borchert check out. Hits the first. Mistaken horn there. Stoffaker's second. Rims out. Kira Plate with the rebound. Got away with the walk there. Down low, Megan Hall gets it to fall. She's had herself a very good first half, carrying it over here to second half. She has 10. 2 Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts with 10 points is Plate and Hall. You see this defense and pick up as we're at the 3-minute mark. Banashinsky's deflected the pass, but right back to Maya Hall. West going to be in no rush. They have fouls. Tie up. Loose ball on the court. Poked away and given back to Johnson for Oshkosh West. She dribbles to the corner, and we're going to have a timeout taken. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Goss and the Oshkosh West Wildcats. We'll step aside for a short break. You're watching Kaukauna Girls Basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Did you know we carry chocolate that can help you stay strong and fit this holiday season?
Back here in Kaukauna, 34-42 the score. Kaukauna still hanging in tough Great defense there, and there was a chance that if Oshkosh West didn't have possession there going to that corner, that could have been really bad. They had the timeout to use. Coach Goss immediately called it. Johnson went to the corner where she was immediately going to get trapped, and right away, good call by the head coach of the Oshkosh West Wildcats to save that possession, and here we go. 42-34. Down low. There's the give and go to Strasser. She has 12. She's kind of been the big point getter here in the second half. 10 in the second half. Kira Plate, 3-ball. Can't get it to fall. Long rebound. Beneshinsky in the right place. She gets the rebound kick, and a foul called on the ground. What did we get on the foul here down low? It was number 24. Fitzpatrick, second personal on her, 16. And timeout taken, full timeout taken by Kaukauna. We'll step aside. You're watching Kaukauna girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's drivers that they need. Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
Cobuson Buses would like to thank all of our school bus drivers throughout the state of Wisconsin for their safe driving. If you would like to make a difference in your community with a fun and rewarding part-time job, apply at cobuson.com.
Cobuson Bus is hiring. It's the perfect job for me.
The quality materials that was used when the house was built were below builder grade. I wanted to do something a little exciting, add a little bit of color, a little bit of texture. The Infinity team took time to get to know us. He wanted to know what we wanted. Once he saw my design, he says, well, let's make this happen. It's a big project. Just changed the whole look of the house, and it looks like a brand new home. The Infinity team treated us like we were their family. I would recommend Infinity to anybody.
Back here in Kaukauna, the score 44-34, back to a 10-point lead. The Ghosts with possession, they just called the timeout here. They have 2 left as well as 2 for Oshkosh West. Beneshinsky will get the inbound. She's guarded by Strasser. Strasser's had a very big second half. 10 points, she has 12 in the game. Leading scorer, Reeder with a scoop left hand is good. Nice find, Ava Reeder to the basket. The junior with 4 points, 4-court pressure now. As Beneshinsky, a lot of contact, downwind Strawfaker. No call, but the ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to the Ghosts. That's why Beneshinsky was confused. She's like, I didn't touch her. In possession here. Ghosts looking to get back-to-back points here. Start a streak. Greenthal, 3-ball, no. Rebound to Fitzpatrick. Full court pressure now by the Ghosts. Breaking it, getting across and pushing into the corner. Go Oshkosh West. Nelson. Nelson drives, loses her footing, but gets it to Strasser. Can't get it to fall. Tipped, and that's out of bounds off of Strasser. Borchert will check in. She'll check in for Megan Hall. Really, it's been Hall and Strasser going at it in the second half in the paint. These ball players have been kind of that's how the game shifted. A lot of outside looks before, and they've shifted it to a down-low game. Inside 90 seconds left. A 8-point game. Minute 30. Taken away by Strasser. Full court presser and a foul called. They're going to get Ava Reeder. That's her 3rd. 8th team foul. Now we're going to be shooting free throws. Fitzpatrick to the line. Pansky will check in for number 3, Marchant. One-and-one opportunity for Fitzpatrick. Starts with the first one made. Second one no good, but Nelson there for a rebound. Really closing out this game has been huge. Pansky getting a lot of pressure on her, and she's going to get tackled at the center court logo. Don't think that was intentional by any means, but a lot of pressure. Tried to force her into that double team, and they get a foul on Ava Reeder. She'll have 4 now. 9th team foul on the Ghost. Timeout taken by the Ghost. Will step aside. You're watching Kaukauna girls basketball on Zaleski Sports.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was the class size of 20 people or less.
Cost